Another ball screen. Kansas sets a ton of ball screens with their big guys.
Chalmers lobs it inside to Arthur. Arthur puts up the shot and scores.
Good job by Arthur with all the contact.
Robinson. Everybody at KU knows the story, the rehab of his knee. Tonight, the doctors have prescribed no more than like 20 minutes for him to play.
Well, Brandon Rush, as you see the end of that great sequence by Russell Robinson.
And here comes Rush.
Can't lead the ball. That's too easy. That's just bad defense by Arizona.
I was here a couple of weeks ago when he played his first ball game against Washburn, and he got a standing ovation when he came into the game. As turnover against Arizona, back to Rush, and he's got 5 quick points in less than a minute. Timeout, Arizona. It is a 9-0 run.
Russell Robinson doing a great job of reading the crossover, moving his feet, staying in front. And Kansas has a break. Brandon Rush with the nice finish, not looking a step slow at all.
If you leave him alone from 10 to 12, he can knock down the jumper, but really good on the boards.
Right now, Kansas able to pass the ball around on the perimeter. No pressure on them at all. There's a run-out ball screen. All alone is Arthur inside, and Horn doing a good job of trying to keep him from getting the ball.
Reed to Jackson. The jump hook. Got it. Jackson had 10 points in the first half.
Then a ball screen, slip it.
Rush air ball. Stewart, great hustle. That was in that NC State and Houston game.
Well, Derek Wittenberg still insists that was a pass. But what a great move by Mario Chalmers.
Do you believe him on the pass?
No, but he still keeps insisting that it was a pass. He wants an assist. Chalmers with the nice crossover, and Bayless, who is really athletic and I think has the chance to be a great defender, just bites on it.
Nick had been a starter. Dillon actually is the man who took over his playing time. Arthur gets the bounce and the 2. That's 4 for him.
Out of control by Russell Robinson, and very fortunate to get the ball back.
And Chalmers, a good enough athlete to gather that ball and still get it away to his teammate.
Pounding the ball inside. Arizona has a great opportunity here.
Wilmeyer too hard, and here comes Russell Robinson. And Russell feeds back to Kahn, and will jam it home.
That's a 4-point swing.
Walters checks back into the lineup. Arthur with the turnaround jumper, hit it, and he's fouled by Walters, who just came off the bench.
A nice play, a little double screen staggered for Darrell Arthur along the baseline, and thought Roderick Stewart could have hit him a little bit earlier, but the nice little turnaround jumper, the foul by Kirk Walters.
He's having some kind of half. He's now got 15. Arthur strong to the hoop. He scored it, and he was fouled.
Boy, that's the aggressiveness Kansas wants to see out of Darrell Arthur. He deferred last year as a freshman. Good defense by Bayless.
Stewart, soft touch, got the turnaround jumper. But as I mentioned, the coaches say that in the last couple of weeks, they have seen quite a change.
Showing a lot more signs of life, and Walters didn't even show on that ball screen. Bayless doing a good job of getting over that flare screen. That's difficult to guard.
Stewart. Sasha Khan, the lob inside, and the jump hook is perfect.
Really nicely done.
Wise blocked by Khan. His second of the second half. Stewart at the other end, and he jams it home.
Take it up, try to draw the contact, or try to draw somebody to pass it off, but what an aggressive play by Roderick Stewart. And they need him.
Shot clock is now under 10. Chalmers. Long pass, Rush is right there. On the floor, knocked away by Chalmers, and he'll get the outlet pass and jam it home. 2-point game. Scores it wise with his third point, his first field goal.
And he's trying to get some ball screens, and too easy for Mario Chalmers to get to the basket. Finishes the play and the opportunity for three. Arizona really playing in. I mean, they're almost in a zone.
Chalmers scores it.
Quick duck in. But Brillmeyer doing a nice job on Darrell Arthur inside. And Broderick Stewart makes yet another big play. Everybody from Arizona now essentially staying home in the lane.
Arthur, 12-footer along the baseline, nails it.
Consistently. We're looking at a big-time college basketball player.
Inside to Jordan, and it is blocked by Arthur.
Which team is going to be tougher, mentally and physically?
Chalmers misses the runner. Arthur on the foul. Hill tried to jam it home. Oh, Rush on the steal.
Arizona needs a timeout here. Bad pass here, a diagonal pass that allows Rush to shoot the gap. And the easy finish for the 6-point lead. I mean, you could see that coming a mile away. Kansas can use plenty of clock here. Wait till it gets down to 13 or 14. Now the run-out ball screen.
Jackson with the screen. Already seen him one short stint. Sasha Khan came in for a couple of minutes and went back to the bench. He did not start. This man right here did. Darnell Jackson. Nice ball movement. Sasha Khan tries to reverse, puts it up with the right hand and scores. Chalmers back out on the perimeter. Shot clock is now at 8. And here's Khan. You see a triple team on him, and he kisses it high off the glass. Rush, a little too hard. Tip back out, and it goes right back to Chalmers of KU. Skip pass to Rush.
Missed the beginning of the season, but Chalmers, again, another seal out in transition.
Missed the follow by Robinson. Lost the ball. It's going to be Chalmers again. And in transition, 3-on-2 on the break.
These big guys, Darnell Jackson having his best year. Sasha Khan being effective here tonight. Darrell Arthur, an athletic big guy, learning more about footwork. So
Rush for three. Only went on and played in the pros, but won a national championship as a collegian. As Russell Robinson comes up with a steal, and Stewart slams it home. Meaning Falk Allen Fieldhouse. And you can never tear this place down. It's a museum. Blocked by Russell Robinson. And Russell, I'm telling you,
he's smiling. You're seeing a couple things that you normally don't see from Russell Robinson. He got a dunk earlier in the game, and now he comes over help side, and Draylon Burns looks like he has an uncontested post-up jump shot.
Russell didn't score until very late in that ball game, and I felt as though after having watched him for a long time, as the left-handed shot goes, all four of those young men, very deserving candidates. Ball tipped around in the middle, and Rush will take it down. Boy, what a nice, light, floating touch. Well, that's a good start for DePaul here, who was devoid of scoring for just over 11 minutes. They had 4 points back in the first half. Arthur, their leading scorer, has 0 sitting up there at the end of the first 20 minutes. That's a little tough.
3 for the basket, good for Dar Tucker.
Well, Dar Tucker with a three-pointer now, and all of a sudden it's a 41-28 ball game. And at the other end, Russell Robinson, who you saw in the video that Hubert talked about, had just totally an outstanding defensive first half. As boy, Clinscale with a very bad air ball.
Wow!
Nice dish back to Burns. That's what I was talking about. The passing to the big men. Arthur,
yeah,
very unselfish.
But they're running the floor. You see Darrell Arthur, their 5 guy leading the break.
Was all the new faces, and you know, it was taking everybody a while to get to know each other without name tags.
Yeah, but he's a terrific coach. I loved watching him practice. He was the head coach of the under-19 league that won a silver medal over in Serbia this summer, having guys on the league as they go out and transition. Wow!
Values, understand the value of hard work, discipline, teamwork. Really a great bunch. It's one of the most enjoyable bunch of kids I've been around. They're talented. They play great defense, great special teams, opportunistic on offense. You know, Virginia Tech could make a case why they should have been considered for the BCS National Championship.
And get good reception.
Well, there's no question it's opened a lot of doors. Ron, any coach will tell you it never gets easier. But sometimes as you win and get better, more opportunities come to you.
Trying to get it going here in the second half, and defensively he can block shots, he can rebound the basketball and advance it. He doesn't have to outlet it to a point guard. So a beautiful pass by Darnell Jackson.
Again, big man to big man. They're putting on a show.
I think they're the best in the country in terms of high-low action. They really like to feed the post. Traffic violations, but what I don't like is he went down there to pay the violation. They put him in handcuffs.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
I thought
another solid freshman on this DePaul basketball team. Robinson in that first half, and now the shot seems so much more fluid, and it's kind of...
And the shoulder's feeling better.
Yeah, for sure. Under 10 minutes to play. Robinson, the cutter, alley-oop to Jackson. Had to regather it, then he scored. You know, what's interesting is that shot is going to be partially blocked and taken away by Chalmers.
Oh!
Jackson.
Oh!
Wow. He loses it to Bazookas. Trying to pick up the foul, not there. Tip won't go. Kahn tips it back out. Chalmers will slow down the pace. He'll take the three-pointer.
Mario Chalmers.
30-point ball game.
Louisville's down against Dayton. Dayton's a very good basketball team, but Louisville's been struggling. They didn't have David Pageant out the rest of the year, has another injury, but they still have guys down low with their character.
Ron Collins back into the ball game with about 2.5 minutes to play. Shoots the three, and he gets it from the corner.
And your voice with the first upset of the day, demonstrating you actually did go to bed early last night.
Very uncomfortable.
Inside they go to Arthur. He's their leading scorer, just more than 13 per game, and a nifty fadeaway by the sophomore from Dallas. Arthur. It clangs off. Rush kept it alive. Arthur managed to get around Terrell Blair to drop it in. Rice for three.
Isn't that amazing? He shoots under 30% from three during the season, but he's a big-time player. That's what they do best, Sean. Drive to the rim, you support, come over and help. Nice slip.
And Jackson off the nice little lob pass from Brandon Rush.
Oh, got to wait till he's there. Not a good look by Spears.
Picked off by Mario Chalmers, one of the best in Kansas history at steals. And at the other end, Darnell Jackson with the dunk.
That's the key, Bill. If Mario Chalmers, Russell Robinson, Collins.
Chalmers and Robinson annually among the best in the Big 12 in steals.
Numbers.
And this is what he was afraid of as well. Turnovers leading to runouts for Kansas, and it's Chalmers the finish. You'll be down there? I thought Billis was everywhere, but you're everywhere.
Omnipresent and finding the seam there, the hole. He had every reason to win that game, except for Rice late.
Robinson is a 3-year starter. Arthur fading away from Oates.
That's the shot. That's the man he shot. That and the quick release with the jump hook.
And he's been in double figures in all but one game this year for the Jayhawks. Lazy pass by Rice. Chalmers might have walked. Robinson has plenty of help, and Rush is fouled, and he'll have a chance for three.
Comes one of those guards. That time Chalmers shoots the gap, and they are off to the races.
And a big problem for Al Skinner.
You almost have to dribble. I wouldn't ball screen against that either.
Rice had it blocked by Arthur. Nobody back. Rice penetrated. They did not rotate and rush the flush.
What'd you say about his knee?
Just worked that play. Spears into Rakim Sanders. Tied at 22. Chalmers off for Arthur for another dunk.
Stick around, Bill. Yeah. I like it. I like it. And here's a little match, but they follow the cutter. Nice cut.
And Jackson with the finish.
Not only is Kansas good, they read things. That's why they cut well, avail themselves for a tough shot.
Collins way off the mark.
Wow.
That athleticism by Darnell Jackson. Innovative and creative as Rice shows his versatility. We saw Bill Self and Lou Perkins, the athletic director before the game, said to Bill, "What's it like to coach at a football school?" They both rolled their eyes like, you know how many times we've heard that? Mario Chalmers, the three.
He can handle it, though. It's like Rick Barnes in a sense. You know, they don't mind. They're very happy. He looks at his bank account every 2 weeks, and he can handle it.
Now, DC really is a reflection of Al Skinner, the poised manner in which they typically play. Collins a miss, but it was kept alive by Jackson, and Chalmers makes the three.
Fish going undefeated through the regular season. Okay. And then it's 6 more games after that. But I agree how hard it is. We know that. Wow. Nice screen. The step up. Actually, Kahn just moved up against that matchup. Took the back line with him and opened it up.
Roderick Stewart just into the game with the lob, and Darnell Jackson the finish. And going up against a prolific shot blocker, Blair blocked 11 shots.
They're 61-7 since then. So you see the maturity and the ability to give up the ball to whoever's open. They're well-schooled, they're talented kids, and they're unselfish.
Rush. Wow. For 3. Season, first team, all Big 12. The ability to play at a high rate of speed, but I agree with what you guys have said. They get more experiences off their defense. Yes.
On a big Monday, so I know Doc Saddle, whose team is much improved, quicker, more athletic. I think he's even quicker.
Whoa, Robinson.
He is the perfect flex player for Al Skinner. Strong enough to score inside, has range, had decent numbers the first half. How about that look? Over the head. Remember they used to say, don't telegraph a pass like that? Yeah. Forget about it. Oh, is that pretty by Chalmers?
Crowd starting to get back into it. This BC's within 17. And Jackson shot, rattles out, rushed the offensive rebound and finished.
When you're ahead, Chalmers shouldn't have been involved in that at all. And one thing they've done is riled up Connie Foreman. Yeah. Now that'll silence it a little bit. Nice slip again.
Might have ignited a little run here for the Jayhawks. The lead was slipping away. They play with a bit more energy since the confrontation. Collins strong to the bucket. 2 Jayhawks there, and Arthur the finish.
He took it to the rim, drags defenders, and able to convert at the end. He's like the punt returner, you know? He's a special teams guy. Here he comes again. He's not Kyle Lowry, but he reminds me a little. Look at this. He lost his footing and still makes it. We know our DC history. He happens to be on Sean's board, his foundation. Jonathan Beerbaum, he's not a guard. That's right.
Well, let's get some big threes on that run to the Elite 8 with Billy Curley and company. Bob Cousy, Chuck Daly, mentioned Jim O'Brien,
Gary Williams, Tom Davis, Bob Zuccarotto,
scouting.
Just on the bell, yeah. Good play. And he's been through some adversity. He's had some deaths in his family. That's why he pumps his chest every time he scores a basket. But smile on the face every day at practice. Coach has to love that. Right? You know, the kid who loves the game makes it so much easier. Nice pass, huh? Pretty good catch. A lot of heat on that one. 0-0. Kick off.
Patriots undefeated. DC with one of his best football seasons ever. Even the Bruins, who weren't supposed to be very good, have surprised. Preseason first team all Big 12, so the folks in the Big 12 know what they have in Darrell Arthur.
I got a chance to watch him during those practices right before he got. Look at this, another lob. Another one, you name it.
Kansas on offense first.
Man-to-man, you're looking at the second best defense in the country according to points allowed and field goal percentage.
Alley-oop, they tried to backdoor. Very quick read on the part of Nebraska, but still right there. Darnell Jackson. We're going to talk more about that, about the closeness of these two coaches and also the closeness of their offenses. Boy, Arthur with a nice, soft touch, and he gets it to go down.
One thing you want to do if you're Nebraska.
Rush for three. And Doc Sadler says, I've seen enough. Darnell inside. Darnell Jackson back out to rush. Three-pointer. And see what happens when this kid is challenged. He just answers. He steps to the line and answers.
You know how that gets set up?
Cookie doesn't help the percentages or averages at 5'7", does he? Jackson. Maybe a little bit tight. He did not start in the ball game tonight. He's only been on the floor about 2.5, 3 minutes. Double team stolen by KU. Khan comes away with it, and it's Chalmers. He scores, and Chongping will pick up the foul. Shot clock is now under 10. Into March, or the ball was rifled by Harley. Really unfair for the big guy. And the jam home by 0-0, Darrell Arthur. Do you think he couldn't run for mayor of this city? Anderson off on the wing. A little too hard by Harley, and it's 1 and out on this trip.
Another mismatch inside, Ron.
Chalmers, Sasha Khan, the easy shot off the glass from right in front. Miller strong to the hoop, couldn't get it. Ball is tipped up by Jackson. Off on the wing, rush for three. Chalmers back out on top, rush for three.
Wow. Set up by Chalmers. How about the baseline drive? I didn't know Roy Hibbert had that much range.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I saw that and wow. Anyway, don't miss it, folks. Pass inside. I don't know how he got that. That was threading a needle to Jackson, and the big fella came up with the basketball and jammed it home. Jackson now with 6 points. Improvements in those, and maybe some very quickly. Chalmers back out on the wing. Robinson for three.
When you think of his potential draft status, so probably a good idea.
Well, it hasn't slowed him down that you can tell. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chalmers.
Despite Kansas big men getting in trouble, he said, I expect them to go to March early and often here in the second half. He said, we dodged a bullet.
Well, it's interesting because the first thing that they did is the ball gets knocked away. Robinson picks it up. Chalmers resets it. 17:45 to play in our ball game. Chalmers looking for Arthur. They got him doubled up, so he'll just take a three and can it. 12 points for him now. Got a dozen.
He does everything quietly, Ron. Have to leave Anderson now. If you don't double off of Arthur, they doubled off the guards. Good adjustment.
Rush put it on the floor quickly. Got by Henry and Arthur. That's right. In a 20-point win. What was that? 76-56, right?
Yep.
Russell Robinson. I'll tell you one thing about this young man. Shot clock is at 4. Miller sees it. Got to put up a long three off the mark. And his bodies go flying. Let's see. Jackson comes away with it. Out to Chalmers. So the basket will count and the foul on Monday night in Big Monday.
How about Michael Beasley today? What did he get, 31 or 32 against the Sooners on the road? Big win for Frank Martin's club. They're down 17. They're cheering for a basket. You just get the feeling that they appreciate that this is one more step in the building process for Doc Sadler's team.
Sasha Khan with the follow.
He's got 41 points.
Tehan, as we mentioned, Rockhurst High School, Leawood, Kansas. And Case.
Yep.
Almost stolen by Crocker. Chalmers back out on the wing. Rush for three.
Well, Bill Self doesn't have to tell Brandon Rush to be more aggressive offensively. Very little in the last 5 games. He's going to lengthen his bench tonight.
Arthur goes out. Sasha Khan checks in. Jackson, 8 feet, switches it. First hoop of the night at the 16:35 mark for the Oklahoma Sooners. Quickly at the other end, Sasha Khan puts it up. Not there. Jackson. Jackson. Yep. Arthur almost lost it. Khan comes away with it. 11-2 are scored. Skip pass, rush. rebounds. Collins for three. Cole Aldrich, the freshman out of Minneapolis, into the ball game, number 45. Shot inside. Jackson.
So everything must come off the half court.
Longer hit the bottom of the glass. We got forced so far underneath. Collins at the other end.
He's like the punt returner. Out on the floor and pick and roll. Keeps him away from the backboard.
Cole Aldrich comes out with a high screen. Collins. The freshman out of Elk City. And Rod Stewart in the ball game for Kansas. Dished it off. Aldrich.
UCLA doesn't mind it either. It'll be Anaheim Phoenix for them if they're the #1 seed.
Almost stolen by Godbold. Shot clock under 10. Rush.
I don't think Bill Self needs another talk with him anymore this season.
Blake Griffin, happy to report, he is back on the bench, sitting with his knee encased in ice. Sasha Khan with the left hand.
We talked about the improvement of Jackson. Sasha Khan shooting over 70% this year.
Crocker drives the lane, can't get it to go, and Arthur rebounds. KU with numbers. Chalmers. Mario Chalmers. Blocked by Khan. Rush for three. The thing is, Cole is smart enough to understand that he can take advantage of that. Rush. Not a surprise to the local folks, but they are smiling big there in Waco because of the job that Taylor is doing this year. Sharon Collins. Sharon now with 9. Well, like I said, when you get down to a guy who is the heart and soul, and KU actually has 2 or 3 guys who could be in that category, but he's certainly at the top of the list, and it's got a very close second inside. It gives him 3 with experience and 1 super rookie.
Hey, watch this ball movement now. Everybody will touch it.
Jackson, that's the area that's become consistent as can be right there at the free throw line.
And Ron, you know these Kansas fans. They know everything about these players, and they've gone through that process with Darnell, and I think that's why they appreciate what he's done for them.
Arthur.
Good no call.
Sharon Collins off the mark, but Arthur rebounds. Oh! Alley-oop. Jackson. Arthur.
Yep. I'll tell you, Ron.
He was not punked. It was the truth. The other thing that Jeff said early, it's a wonderful thing when you have Jackson hits another jumper.
People hadn't seen him this year. Didn't get a chance. And in fact, a lot of NBA scouts were here to see him as well.
Arthur.
He had 22 at Boston College. He was recruited by Roy, and Bill still played with his dad. That was an easy get.
Russell Robinson, and the behind-the-back pass to Stewart.
So you better shadow Connor Tehan right there.
Well, here he is. And he goes inside with the bounce pass. Hits the big freshman. And guess what? Aldridge gets his 6th point of the evening.
Marriage had it knocked loose from behind. The big guy put it on the floor, and Russell Robinson took it away.
If you're a big guy and you don't know what to do with the ball, that answer is not dribble, or else it's going to be a turnover basket, Kansas. Talked to Doc Sadler about his 6'10" junior from China, and he says, you know, the game is just so different in China. A big adjustment, especially when you come to Allen Fieldhouse.
Terrell Arthur grabs his 7th point. 15-5, Kansas by 10. The idea now is to hang in if they can for Nebraska. Try to keep it about here. Flash it on. Knocks it loose from Strobridge. Collins with an easy layup. 14 from the floor. Jayhawks are 8 for 16. So Nebraska needing to shoot it well on the road. Not. Cole Aldrich off the bench. Turnaround jump shot.
We could be 2-1. They missed a ton of free throws.
Sharon Collins. Boy, talk about 4 to win it. He knew right where his teammate Darnell Jackson was. He forced the action toward the baseline, then fed the ball backwards. Robinson over the top, and there's Darrell Arthur. Pretty simple play, isn't it?
It was simple because Sasha Khan flashed from the low side all the way up high and took away the defensive help. Watch as the flash, watch to the right of your screen. As Sasha Khan comes up, you see Alex March come up also. That leaves nobody on the weak side. That is a terrific set and great recognition by Kansas.
Just simplify it. Throw it over the top to your big guy. Collins kicks it off. Russell Robinson. Back to Collins in the corner. Brandon Rush puts it on the floor against Sek Henry and stuck the jump shot. And he has 11 points in this contest.
Boy, that is tough to defend. Sek Henry could not have guarded that much better. Cut him off, got his shoulders in front of Brandon Rush. Long, athletic, high-energy guys. Oh, what a great screen by Sasha Khan.
They have a 24-point lead. That's what they've averaged beating opponents by this year. Arthur, Collins, drives it into the lane. Oh, what a nice blind pass to Jackson to Rush in the corner, and another tray, the fourth for Brandon Rush. Give it up to Chalmers to the corner to Collins. In the lane he goes with a floater, and they hit it.
What a Curly Neal imitation.
Yeah. 46 seconds left in the half and 26 to shoot. Brandon Rush down low. Darnell Jackson over the top to Arthur, and he scores. Whoa.
If you're in that situation, you're Ryan Anderson, stop and shoot a jump shot. You don't have to go all the way into Darnell Jackson. Stop out about 5 feet and take a shot.
Russell Robinson with a three to start the second half and puts it on the floor. Harley had a hand on it. Now Chalmers inside, deep in the corner. Rush, stop.
Boy, 5 3-pointers.
Well, they're just as good as they are running with it. Robinson. On a give and go to Darnell Jackson. Missed it, but got the tip in, scores, and he's fouled.
That's the same thing we talked about in the first half. This is a terrific pass off the screen. Darnell Jackson sets a big, wide screen, and if you're going to help off of it, somebody's got to help the guy roll into the basket. Right then, it's Alex March is a step too slow getting over there. That's actually Ryan Anderson who's a step slow getting over there.
Robinson, Jackson, over the top. Arthur, put it on the floor. Double fake, got double teamed. Arthur scores anyway.
That is an impossible matchup for Ryan Anderson.
So let's talk about the Huskers. Doc Sadler making his play for the future. Has redshirted 4 players this year. Darnell Jackson scores. They picked up by Roderick Stewart. Collins, now Stewart, now Collins from the deep corner. Good. Sean Collins.
That's a big basket by Sean Collins. Did you see the poise and balance? He caught it, looked down to make sure his heels weren't going to come down on the out of bounds.
We'll be with Stacey King in a couple of weeks up at Nebraska. Along the lane, Darnell Jackson puts it on the floor. Turnaround shot. Oh, how strong is it?
Yeah, that was real strong. Pretty good defense. I was thinking Bill Self's not going to be pleased with that shot, but I guess it's hard to be too upset when you make it.
Taken away. Brandon Rush. Nice bounce pass Case. Right back to Chalmers in the lane, and they get it. You hire a winner in Doc Sadler, who's won 196 games and only lost 76 in his career. Arthur down the lane with a left-hand scores. You owe it to him to be very patient. Let him do it his way. He's having fun here. Freshman, and the crowd loves him. Last night, at the Rockhurst game when they were beaten by Shawnee Mission East High School, Kahn with a jam shot. Bill Self's team leading by 24, and he will unload that bench before many more ticks on that clock. Kahn down inside. Foul, they count it.
That is strong. That's a good call by Steve Welmers. But did you see how low of a base that Sasha Khan had?
They missed the shot. Collins from way outside. Ron Collins with his 10th point of the day.
This could be a good opportunity to the last 3.5 minutes of this basketball game.
For a team that's only averaging 58 a game in Big 12 play.
Jackson off the glass and in, taking it from the top of the key.
That's court. Sean Collins now off the bench, as is Roderick Stewart, who was starting earlier in the season. Now Kansas has gone to 4 small guys.
Chalmers and one in the foul on Jackson Wilson.
So when Xavier Silas gets a chance now, you want to see if he's going to continue to buy into what's going on.
Yeah, they're down 12-2 when he's out the first 6-7 minutes. Then we got a problem. Kansas coming back big way.
Of course, his brother, Kenyon Martin, knows Jeff Bzdelic well.
Largest lead of the game, the silencer. Jackson answers off the nice dish. Higgins rattled it home. He's got 8 in the game. The lead is 7. Kahn on the block. Off the glass and in. Ball giving it up to Coney. 0 for 2. Not sure that's the guy you want shooting right away.
And he had to shoot that one, obviously, with the clock going down.
Kahn falls away in the lane on a 10-2 run of the past 4 minutes and 20 seconds, almost 5 minutes now. Arthur, Kahn, the big guys together.
Want to get down to that 16-minute mark because I really believe then the pressure falls more on the Goliath as opposed to the Dave.
Yeah, the tight sneakers as we go deeper into this one, and it's close, certainly on Kansas. Turnaround, nice one in the lane from Jackson. We'll be going nowhere near Arthur, who'll just step up right inside the three-point line. First TV timeout, media timeout. Now they're down 6.
You just want to hang around as long as you can. There's Chalmers.
Quick hands for Chalmers to run out.
Venus flytrap.
12:20 and counting.
They're trying to get to that next TV timeout.
Good drive and kick from Chalmers. Setting up Russ for the 3. That's what he does best. Yeah, from about 12 feet.
Yeah.
It was actually inside the top of the key.
Yeah. People don't remember that.
Lob in the dunk to Jackson.
That's a guy that's probably drawn up a lot of plays in his career. You think of his NBA background as an assistant to Pat Riley, among others.
Arthur to the left hand and the foul on Roby. Texas connects from long range, and it's a 5-point game.
Getting a start today, and he's been pretty good.
Collins, smooth. 3-point game.
Remember the soft rims? Rush hit one in the first half from 3.
Arthur tries to answer with a 15-footer.
Usually you need a quick bucket, you go to KFC. Right here.
Nice. Work that sponsor in. Kahn gives you another one.
I don't know if as well as they possibly could play, but they had a lot of things go right. And that's going to be an interesting game on March 1st.
Yeah, the rematch. March 1st. Here comes Chalmers after the steal. Giving it right back to Rush.
Although she can't take off on the foul line and dunk it like Jim.
Still have
He dunked on you?
James Worthy. Chalmers on the back door in the dunk.
Set play out of the timeout. Yeah, Kahn just parks himself on that three-point line. He's going to get a piece of everybody he can.
Works right around Kahn. Stewart found it to hit one from the floor in this game. And just running some clock. Collins beyond the arc. Why not?
Arthur on the cut down the lane. Little zone now. Mike Anderson told us they would be unpredictable.
Rush, his second. No, that was a 2. Ed Hightower, our referee tonight. Steve Olson and Ted Hillary, the umpires. Jackson. Nice ball movement. Have really improved, which I think has helped him considerably.
See a little 2-2-1 press. They will mix it up. There's a lob.
Actually, he'll get credit for the basket.
They run motion offense. There's a lot of freelance, screening, movement, good execution. See the 2-3 zone.
Collins. Chalmers for 3.
There are so many underrated players on this Kansas roster.
Turning, twisting. Sasha Khan sends it back. Robinson on the wing. That's a 2-pointer on the way, and he got it. Stewart maybe got away with the travel there. Robinson for 3. Not there. Rush, guys, for the rebound and reverses it. Misses. Kahn on the follow. Scores, and he was fouled. Wow. Boy, sent back with a vengeance. Leo Lyons tried to put up the shot. Collins at the other end.
He left JT Tiller standing still.
So that put it into that quick 7-0 run that the Jayhawks had, and also silenced this crowd for the moment. Kahn inside. Out of Bloomington, Minnesota, Jefferson High School. And he went right by him.
Good recognition. He saw the freshman doesn't really like to guard away from the basket.
There's Aldrich right there.
But on the other end, he did a great job of sealing Carroll.
More spring tonight than we've seen from him. He's got some monster rebounds so far. Jackson.
A little bit of a matchup zone now. It's very flexible, like silly putty.
On the wing is Rush.
He's not missing too many of those. I would be surprised when you get a chance to do some fishing.
I think that probably he's already called his good friend Jerry McInnes at Little Rock, and one of those trips has already been planned as Rush goes along the baseline. And everybody looks at his offense, but if you're a pro scout, Chalmers all the way. Missouri is 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. Collins got it. He brought attention to the league. Shot clock is at 10. Collins for 3. He starts out early here in the second half, cutting it under double figures.
Good pressure by Tiller.
Robinson for 3. Three-pointer on the way. Too hard. Aldrich skies for the rebound. Comes away with it. Bill Self gave his team a pretty stern lecture yesterday about a lack of defense. Lions with the left hand.
Very solid offensive performer. Really improving as a junior. Former teammate of Brandon Rush in summer ball.
11-point Jayhawk lead. Arthur. Safford misses, and the alley-oop at the other end, and Arthur didn't try to jam it home.
The Missouri staff found out about him when he attended a basketball camp at Mizzou as a junior. Credit Meldon Watkins, assistant coach.
Sasha Khan missed the shot, got the rebound, and on the foul score.
Sasha Khan and Darnell Jackson, two of the underrated Jayhawks. Take a look now. Look at the patience of Khan. Makes the move, stays with it. Tigers don't block out, and the young man from Tomsk, Russia gets a chance at a three-point play.
Long three here. Matt Lawrence could not get it. Rush at the other end. Kisses it high off the glass. Collins, boy, a trap on him, and he got it away to Chalmers. This is Rush. Brown's pass tip. Collins over to Chalmers, and the easy run out.
They get rid of the ball as soon as they find an open man.
Arthur, quick reversal on the turnaround.
Chase Daniel, I think Kaufman's coming back. Isn't he, Ron, the tight end?
Yeah. Well, he was a junior. I think that's a smart move on his part. What a good ball player. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Collins for 3.
He's getting the recruits that are going to play his type of style, and they're going to be very successful here in the next few years.
He doesn't strike me as a patient man, does he, you?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. They don't rely on just one guy. Arthur's the leading scorer. This is a good skill right there playing the passing lane. Big 12 leader right there, Mario Chalmers.
Averaging better than 2 steals per game. In fact, 2.52. That's a two-pointer for Darnell Jackson, who is the most improved player in this conference.
Well, what you saw right there is Kansas coming down transition. Arthur was out there on silence, forcing him to take a tough shot.
Looking down low. Nothing doing there. Lob inside.
Nice play. Nice back screen right there.
30% though from three-point range for Thorne. Now Chalmers, a wide open three.
And they need him to really step up and take some pressure off the other guards. So they got to get that ball to Arthur. He's wide open with a man on his back. Collins has got to drop that in.
Nice move by Khan.
Sasha Khan is just too strong right there.
And then has it ripped away. The third steal for the Jayhawks. Another one for Chalmers.
That situation right there is who won it the most.
Now Sharon Collins. He buries a three.
We saw him yesterday taking a lot of those shots in practice.
That's one of the areas where Colorado will get better. Their bigs right now are not anywhere close to being any kind of an offensive threat for this team.
And I think teams in the Big 12 know that. And so what they try to do is to take Ricky Roby out of the game.
Rush with a steal.
He anticipated that. Everybody, he saw that coming.
Robinson, the alley. Oh!
Watch your head. Colorado's got to get going here because if Kansas gets on a run and gets this crowd into the game, it's going to be tough.
Chalmers left wide open for three. You can't do that.
How do you leave him wide open like that? I mean, he just stepped into a three-point shot. There was no one within 10 feet of him.
Khan begging for the ball down low. Now Chalmers, another three for Mario Chalmers.
Baylor plays a 4-5 guard rotation, and KU took advantage of it.
In fact, they only hit 6 shots in that game after they did the shot chart. Oh, I'll get back to this in a minute because I got to throw a wow in here.
Wow! Hey, he went up and got that.
Robinson could have taken that three. Turned it down, looking for a better shot, something inside. Look at Arthur again. His presence inside.
Iowa State take a rush three there. Good defense to start out for Kansas.
Jayhawks off a 1-point loss at Oklahoma State as Arthur gets the jump hook.
Darrell Arthur looks like he hurt his hand a little bit. Sasha Khan comes in for him.
And Brandon Rush who had the last shot in Stillwater. 3 minutes in, Jayhawks by 4.
Kansas really aggressive on the pick and roll.
Speaking of aggressive, Chalmers with a breakaway.
I like their chances. I think A&M, however, they continue to fade.
Arthur back in and back to work.
Well, to me, Dave, Sharon Collins is the key to a very deep run in the tournament for Kansas. He's a player, the X factor that can get his own shot whenever he wants to. Trying to get his rhythm down, understanding how important his contribution has to be tonight. They want to pull out the upset.
Chalmers out front for the three.
Mario Chalmers feeling it early. One exception of what I said, if they keep shooting the three like they've done thus far, they'll be in the game.
Kansas right back with the three by Collins. Is it 2 from beyond the arc? Badly misses his closest. And in and out, the three by Collins, followed up by Arthur. By foul trouble in 17 minutes, he got 6 points. Chalmers feeling it for good reason.
Pretty good playmaking by Garrett. Sucked the defense in, and you can't ask for much more than an open 15-footer with the defense down in the paint.
Cole Aldrich in for the first time for Kansas as Darnell Jackson spins for his first 2. Sasha Khan back in and back to work.
Does a better job. He sinks back into the paint to provide support. Too late on that time. Wesley Johnson is feeling it from that same position right in front of Kansas' bench. Letting it fly early and often.
Bollock not leaving his feet. Arthur still scores over him.
The psychological victories for them here in the first half.
Chalmers cut off of the hoop. Arthur slapped away by Clark. Still 18 on the Kansas shot clock. Collins defended well, and finally finishing it up is Arthur on a 7-0 run.
Well, what's happened when Kansas turns the ball over, that's when they get in trouble, and that's what's happened in their 3 road losses.
Wide open is Arthur with 14. As many as he had in the last 2 games combined. To close within 6, and Kansas has scored 8 straight since. And they continue to absolutely own the glass. Driving for his 3rd bucket, Sasha Khan.
men and women, if you're playing the game and you're playing the center or power forward position, that's how you go to the hole in a pick and roll situation.
3 for Brandon Rush. His second basket, both have been 3.
Back Johnson all the way up under the bucket, just didn't finish.
Wesley Johnson missing the 3. Rush, does he have another one? Bottom of the net on 3 from long range. And the starting backcourt of Peterson and Johnson, between them, did not have a single assist. Iowa State can't win that way. They lost by 12 in Lubbock. So Iowa State unable to turn the stop at one end and the points in the other.
See, when you have big men running the floor like that, Ubelik ran the floor and got ahead of the defense, had great position. You got to give him the ball.
Brandon Rush, a chance at a three-point play.
Mario Chalmers got crushed on that pick.
Called it a 2. Ball on the line. Inside goes Sasha Khan.
He gave it to Brackens early before the defense was able to set up.
Chalmers with a huge three-pointer. First, once they get it, really to look for nothing but threes. We near the 2-minute mark. Arthur set up perfectly by Chalmers.
The crowd dares to call me a bum. I'll knock you out in one.
And as Reggie Jackson once said, Dick, they don't boo nobodies, and they may have booed Michael Beasley here tonight, but he has earned that booing. Darrell Arthur.
He was 0 for 14 against Texas in a heartbreaking loss, but they played Texas really tough. But you're not going to win when he goes 0 for 14.
Russell Robinson lays it in. Kansas up by 2.
Clear out for Russell Robinson.
Brandon Rush. How you going to go wrong? Brandon Rush for 3.
I told you before this game, so skilled.
Arthur inside, over Walker.
Big time performer.
Comes up with a rebound.
Well, Khan played well in that game as well.
Arthur again.
They got no matchup inside for him.
Arthur out, Jackson back in. Walker gets it. You were talking about that 0 for 14 game on a Monday. He thinks one of the reasons he couldn't find any of his headbands. Had to play without a headband for the first time all year.
Well,
Chalmers.
Somebody better play some defense. Chalmers just went coast to coast.
5 straight makes for Kansas. Now they've got a turnover.
I told you this club is ready. I told you this club is ready. I told you, Danny S. I told you before the game. The officials aren't really sure. Use the monitor.
Roderick Stewart. Brandon Rush.
Can't allow him to shoot that open shot, and that's all established.
Rush with a couple of threes already tonight. Aldrich, the freshman, not getting a lot of minutes, but they've got some high hopes for him. He's just stuck behind some upperclassmen right now. Sharon Collins knocks it down, and a steal by Robinson.
Oh, sloppy. Can't give him an easy deuce like that when you're behind. Michael Gray.
A long 2 missed by Beasley. Kent with the offensive rebound. Now Khan brings it down.
They're going to have a tough time getting a lot of looks for Beasley inside.
Rush gets another look. Yes!
He's got the shooter's touch. He's got the shooter's touch.
Khan picks it right back out.
A lot better effort defensively right now by Kansas State than early in the game.
Khan offense glass and good. That's his go-to move.
Khan got a little quiet here.
It did. Wildcats have taken some of the life out of this building with this comeback. The defense by Gilbert to stay in front of Rush. Now the lob inside for Khan. Good strong finish by Sasha Khan.
Man-to-man defense came out of the zone. Another good call.
And Beasley back to the safety of the bench.
Yeah, Frank Martin doing a solid job tactically on that sideline.
Collins. Nice play.
Great one-on-one move by Collins there.
He also mentioned he knows Michael Beasley is back. Foul trouble no more, but he said we're going to try to get him in more foul trouble. Put a body on him and try to frustrate him.
I'll tell you one thing, Aaron. There were 2 different clubs in the first 10 minutes and the second 10 minutes. See, that was the difference with Carmelo Anthony and that Syracuse team. He was surrounded by a real strong cast.
Offensive rebound Rush. He's going to get a look from the corner.
He deserved it after getting that offensive rebound.
That Tennessee-Memphis game wasn't all that bad last week either. Well, you talked about it. Danger time early in the second.
It really is.
Right?
They're out of sync offensively.
Chalmers all the way. The follow goes.
Beating him on the offensive boards.
He came in the year before Beasley with almost as much hype as Beasley came in with. Darrell Arthur.
Kansas beating him on glass. This could be a blowout.
Here, senior night here at Allen Fieldhouse, taking on Texas Tech.
Well, you know, Bob Huggins certainly broke their hearts as the lob over the top. Frustration City.
Kansas led by 21 in the first half. K-State got it down to 10. Kansas got it out to 23 here in the second half. And Jackson right now.
A little more colorful than what I'm allowed to say on television, but he got his point across, Dan.
I'll tell you one thing, Aaron. He should have said one other statement. Get me the rock. Get me the ball.
Darrell Arthur gets the rock and banks it in. He said, you know what, he likes being a kid. He's got a messy room. He doesn't, you know, he's just a normal kid who happens to play basketball. But there are going to be so many opportunities for him.
It was 12 at halftime. They go through a little spurts, Kansas. They go on an unbelievable spurt, really pumped up defensively.
Collins with a floater.
He can really drive. He's battled some injuries. Kansas in the first half made them stand a little bit more, became a little bit more stationary.
Rush, a good look for Chalmers. Got it.
They can shoot the ball from the perimeter. You're coming to my house.
21 for Brandon Rush. And a steal.
His brother's playing well now for the Pacers.
Look at the speed by Collins. Wow.
Speed, strength. Here goes one of those spurts.
Another turnover, the 18th committed by Kansas State. Kansas gives it right back. And then there's number 19. Darrell Arthur. Collins with a follow.
They will not be denied tonight.
About the game today and about some of the players today. And I really enjoyed doing it, and it's been selling very, very well.
Can't thank you enough for your time. I got speechless when I met him earlier. I know we're not supposed to get starstruck. I did.
That's fair enough, Aaron. We're talking about one of the all-timers right there. Walker 0 for 14 in their last game. So Walker, their second leading scorer, has not done anything offensively for 2 games, whereas Sasha Khan has here tonight.
Enjoying being here with the people at the big festivity honoring 110 years of Kansas basketball.
Hard to believe it's been 20 years since that national championship.
Tom O'Connor and his people are going to do a great job. I know that. They're all over evaluating.
Going to be some tough choices. So many of the big conferences have so many interchangeable teams in the middle as Sharon Collins knocks it down. Listen to the spirit here in this building.
The ball game here this afternoon, it's Darnell Jackson.
Robinson, Chalmers, what a great 2-on-1 break. On the line, a little strong with that try. Great save by Darnell Jackson, slapped it out. Collins, deep side rush, and he got it, a 3.
Offensive rebounding will be a key. He's beaten Collins at the first step out front, just beat him again.
6 on that shot clock. And a long try from Carter won't go. Look at Darnell Jackson hustle down the rebound. Look at Collins pushing off the wing. Chalmers and down inside to Cole Aldridge. Block and finish. Robinson, great block by Aldridge. All those Texas schools, there are a lot of great players coming out of Texas high schools. Brandon Rush nailed a 3 from the corner. He has 8 points.
Bill Self encouraged him early in the conference season. It's good to see him playing well this weekend. Seems to have a little extra bounce in his step that we haven't seen the last few weeks.
Well, he does, doesn't he? 6'9" senior. He's from Norman G, Texas. Arthur, turnaround jumper, nice and soft, got it down.
Three-point shooter like they'd like to see him at some point in time. He's added some offensive moves.
Steal, Mario Chalmers. Nice and soft over the rim. Bang at me like that, it hurts like fire, but then you can get over it. Rush, oh, what a shot. He was fouled, and 1.
Brandon Rush said coming into this tournament, he didn't want any more finger rolls. He didn't want any more easy finishes. If he goes to the basket, he wants to finish at the rim, and he wants to finish with some authority. We saw him in transition with an open floor dunk in the first half. Perfect touch with their wing players around the post players.
Rush to Robinson, back to Rush. Puts it on the floor, got a look. Jumper's up, Jumper's in and out. Jackson, off on a rebound. Darnell Jackson. They're going to run. Sharon Collins, wing to Russell Robinson in front. Oh, Darrell Arthur had an itchy trigger finger, but didn't pull it. Now Rush will, and got it.
A&M post players have got double team this afternoon. They immediately dribble out of it, head for the corner.
Derek rolling on the drive.
Oh, he's got a strong upper body. And he is going against Sharon Collins. Rolling looks to be about the same size. To be happy and comfortable. Did you look to see how far you could go and really catch on with a good program?
Look at Collins. Look at Collins. Oh, Sharon Collins. I'll tell you what. If that had been a football, he was smelling the goal line, wasn't he?
Well, he was headed for it. He knew where he wanted to get to, and he was going to get there in a big hurry.
And Sauny's going to have to play 2 games in that thing today. They're going to get it finished up. Darrell Arthur, nice soft turnaround jump shot. Getting some play, and they've really developed their front line down there over the course of the season, haven't they?
Yeah, they really didn't have much going on the front line early on this year, and Rick Barnes identified that. To get that shot clock turned off, and you get 3 points. Hey, that's the shot of the tournament.
Right there. Brandon Rush with an answer at the other end.
And that's exactly the way Kansas plays it.
7:05 left in the game. Chalmers kicks it way back outside. Collins lets it fly and nails a 3. Sharon Collins.
Well, you can forget the marathon right now. We're in the final stretch. If you got a kick left, it's time to go to it. You're in this game.
You're out of the last curve. Oh, look at Darnell Jackson go up and just hammer that thing home.
It was wide open in the paint right there, but the strong defense from Kansas, Jones couldn't even see him.
Kirk off target. He got it up with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Jackson on the run out at the other end, and he nailed it. Robinson, Rush. 13 to shoot for Kansas, 31 left in the game. Robinson got it to the bucket.
Indian up in Tobacco Road. Rush with a shot off the corner. Couldn't get it. Ball knocked over into the far corner and taken away by KU again. Chalmers for 3.
Mario Chalmers. Well, you're absolutely right. In fact, he had 8 assists against Oklahoma State, so he does all the grunt work.
Darrell Arthur inside. Bounces it off the glass and scores. Into the ball game. Had an outstanding day yesterday, but that ball partially blocked by Kahn.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to score as easily over Kahn.
Arthur got it.
When he is on, he has got as good a low post game.
That's his first miss this year against KU. And the outlet pass at the other end. Arthur.
Self said, hey, we got out toughed. That has to change today. And so far, the mantra is working. They're ahead on the board, 6-2.
3-pointer on the way. Chalmers knocks it down. And actually, he's averaged 6.5 in those 2 games. But I guarantee you, Bill Self said that is a welcome sight.
Well, he's staying on the floor because he needs to stay out of foul trouble. Watch the ball movement.
Sasha Kahn as he battled with Wanmani. Rush for 3.
That might get him going.
Sharon Collins comes into the lineup. Number 4 for the Jayhawks. Rush. Got another one.
And there you see the zone now. Now the danger is, and we talked about it earlier, how well Kansas moves the ball. The coverage is going to have to be better.
There's your inside that you're talking about one more time. And a foul on Kahn. Opportunity for a 3-pointer.
One of the things you must do when you play that 2-3 zone, when the ball goes to the high post, let's go now. Freeze it at the top, right there, freeze it. These guys have to pinch in, and you've got to cover this area here. Look how wide that back line is of the Longhorns and Sasha Kahn. I don't know how you sneak behind a defense when you're 6'11".
Lost the ball and picked up by Kahn. 2 turnovers, Texas. Chalmers. Picks up the foul. It's his first. And the team foul on Texas is 6. So 1 away from the bonus. And Russell Robinson is gone to the bench as Rush hits another 3. The point I was going to make is you said during the timeout, though, right now Rick Barnes needs to make it to halftime with what not happening.
Well, foul trouble. He can't have anybody else getting foul trouble. Unbelievable shooting, and he's a point guard first. That's the amazing thing.
Rush for 3. You know, you said yesterday after the game was over.
Without the cheese. No ketchup. No mayo.
About to hit 4.5 minutes left until halftime. Falling down. Chalmers gets the jumper to go.
He's got size, strength, good IQ. He'll be at every practice. You won't have to worry about him being in places he shouldn't be.
Arthur got it. That's the first basket, and the shot was short. Chalmers back to Aldridge, cross court with a skip pass, and Collins takes it into the middle and scores.
Oh, you talk about knifing in the middle.
That would be a natural for them. Collins back out on the wing. Chalmers for three. He got it. Chalmers now with 17 points. So that the big guy has to get back at home and then miss the jam. Rush has the ball hitting in the back of the head. Russell Robinson right there. Three-pointer on the way, Chalmers.
Really good vision by Russell Robinson. They'll say that the guy they want the ball in their hands in crunch time is Mario Chalmers. Remember that three last year that tied the title game in regulation.
Chalmers. Back to Augustine. Augustine put the man on his backside, tried to pick up another foul, couldn't get it, and KU on the run. Rush for three. Comes out to DJ Augustine, and on the run, Augustine misses it, and the tip out taken away by Collins. Rush.
Well, that's Sharon Collins making that shot. You and I could have made that three.
Texas by 4. Kansas no field goals in the last 350. Forget that. Arthur wipes out the drought. James, too much on the shot, lost it. Darnell Jackson rebounds. They got numbers, 3 on 2. Collins got it. But the long pair of KU gets a new 35.
And you see Texas stays in the 2-3 zone. Who's going to be willing to be the sniper from the perimeter?
Arthur, turnaround jumper, got it.
He's going to run a few back. He'll fumble a couple. It'll make things happen.
Screen comes by Jackson. Rush over the middle. Chalmers for 3. Got it.
Zandre Murray inside to Delonte Huff. Looking for Morrison. A lot of congestion inside and picked up by Russell Robinson. It's Chalmers to Rush inside. Counted for 2 and a foul. Foul will go on Kyle Costin for the first time.
And how fast did they get down the court? They turned the ball over, they got forced to turnover, and then they just really get out and go to excellent passes.
And like you said, much longer, much bigger.
Really bigger in every single position.
It's Robinson working on Dominguez, and Chalmers for 3.
Created scoring opportunities as a result.
It's Costin for 3 over Arthur. Rebound Morrison. And could not find the handle. Chalmers. Jayhawks have numbers. Rush inside and put down by Jackson. What a pretty play. And Costin comes up with it and from behind. Great defense by Chalmers. Picked up by Robinson. Arthur with the trailing rush. And Terrell Arthur.
And this is something that Portland State hadn't been able to do very much, and that is get Kansas playing in the half court.
It's Arthur, the leading scorer, right over Morrison.
But he's a little guy, only 5'6", so they get right on him, and he makes a great pass.
Arthur is screened for Collins. Pick and roll with Arthur. And right into Morrow. Collins the drive. Then Morrison. And saved by Chalmers, and it's off to Rush. Lucas picks him up. Arthur is screen. A 3. Brandon Rush has made their last 4 consecutive shots. It's a 7-point game. Great ball rotation. Chalmers over Murray for 3. The freshman Aldridge is watching Morrison. Nice rejection by Cole Aldridge. They trigger it with Rush to Chalmers. Huff is on him. Jackson a screen.
Back to the man-to-man.
Rush with the teardrop.
Boy, has he looked sharp today.
8 minutes to play. And and a great steal by Chalmers. Murray on his tail. Mario Chalmers. All defense again. He was the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
And Portland State changing up on the defense. One-time zone, one-time man-to-man, just trying to confuse things.
Look at the aggressive Brandon Rush, who has just given Kansas their biggest lead today.
He plays the inside. Portland State back in zone.
It's Rush for 3 over Costin. Oh, my goodness. Rush has got the stroke today. Robinson to inbound for Kansas. Rush, Jackson, and open 2. He'll put up a 3 over Rush. And Jackson sweeps the glass clean.
He may have to try to beat. He may have to try to beat Rush off the dribble. It's going to be hard for Adams at 6 feet to get the ball up over top of Rush.
Oh, Jackson hits again. With Terry drawing the double and slashing off the baseline. It's picked up by Kendall Wallace. Knocked away. Here comes Terrell Arthur. Prize 2 here in this building. Rush with the slash and the feet inside. Sasha Khan with an offensive rebound. Keeps it alive for the Hawks and gets out of traffic. Chalmers lasers one inside. It's Arthur. What a pass by Mario Chalmers.
He's not a three-point shooter, but that mid-range jump shot, he's very effective.
Rush has not taken a shot today so far. Robinson, Rush over Terry.
Oh. Now you can't guard that. They are so scrappy and tough on defense, and they can really create some havoc.
It's an 8-2 run by the Runnin' Rebels. Rush, another great move to get that free shot. Down it goes. Rush has hit 2 of his last 3. And here comes Mario Chalmers the other way.
Might be better advised on that play to throw it outside.
High-low, Arthur to Cole Aldrich, who's the player of the year out of Minnesota. For UNLV, they've got Rutledge and Terry and Dargan. Rougeau and Wink Adams. A screen by Jackson. The drive by Robinson with the left hand. Count it for 2 and a foul. Russell Robinson pushes the issue inside.
Robinson's so quick, and UNLV's been utilizing the ball driving to the basket, and that's a situation where Darger, he's not going to block the shot. He's just got to step out of the way, but Robinson's so quick, so no fast break.
Terry a 3, teeing one up again. He's already knocked down a couple of good-looking rebounds by Jackson. He's got 4 rebounds. Chalmers from the wing, slashing inside. Oh, is he fast? And UNLV fills in the cracks and gets back on defense.
That was a great job by the Runnin' Rebels to run back on defense.
Rush over Darger. And Brandon Rush has gone 3 of 5. The guards, Robinson, Collins, and Chalmers. The drive by Russell Robinson. Chalmers with the 3. Good! Russell Robinson gave the feed. Here comes Sharon Collins, a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois. The drive by Chalmers and the floater. Wow. Chalmers just hit a 3, and now he puts up a running 2, and he's got 9. The other way, Rush in a hurry, putting up a 3. Brandon Rush. 3 minutes gone here in the second half. Wheeling is Robinson. Jackson is screen. Terry fighting through it, and the drive by Russell Robinson. Terry watches Chalmers. And Bailey is on Collins. Kahn works on Darger. A lot of room to operate.
Just nothing Darger can do. Kahn did a great job getting position.
Arthur is screened. Rush finds the open door and wide open on the wing. Russell Robinson hits the triple.
Going to get a degree from UNLV, so it's a real success story.
Screened by Arthur, and here comes Sharon Collins. Right down the lane. He's got 6. 8.5 to play.
Well, now UNLV's got to get some stops.
Look at Robinson right down the lane again. Slashing Kansas guard. Under 8 to play. Screened by Jackson. Collins will get another screen. And drive, oh my goodness! Did you see that move?
He's getting to the basket. He keeps his dribble, fakes one way, goes the other. A fabulous move by Sharon Collins. Get another look at it right here, right through that defense. I think Wallace was surprised he was so open on the inside.
I think everybody was surprised. Look at this, barreling down the lane, Sharon Collins.
And wear him down by forcing turnovers, but that hasn't happened here today against an extremely talented Kansas squad.
Under 4 to play, here is Chalmers finding Arthur. Great corkscrew move by Terrell Arthur. Here's Rush. 4 of 9.
He has done
big time triple.
He has done that.
Jayhawks with the basketball in the white uniforms. Here's the lob.
the switching defense, you'll see oftentimes guards picking up the big guys, and just about for any team in America comes off the bench here for Kansas, and he's paying dividends thus far.
Collins, the lob, rush, goes up high and banks it home. Here's Lovedale to the basket, dumps it in. Sander has it blocked by Jackson.
Jackson's come back into this ball game very attuned to playing defense.
And Rush gets the roll. Chalmers straight away and hits.
The challenge by Kahn, who might have been a hair late. And as we mentioned before, that's all Stephen Curry needs. Just a sliver of daylight.
Kahn in the pivot, drop step, nice move, quick foul. To the bucket, left hand scoop. Arthur the other way, pivot, up and in, what a play.
Confusion on that inbounds play.
Chalmers turns the corner, steps back, and hits. Here comes Richards. Barr frees himself with the dribble, and fires a brick.
Well, he got bothered. Rush got in there at the last moment.
Chalmers off the break. Count it.
Pinpoint pass.
He has 6.
Terrific shot by Richards.
Chalmers again. Hesitation. Fade away.
All of them switching off, trying to wear him down, but perpetual motion machine, Stephen Curry.
12 points for Curry inside. Arthur spinning and winning.
Packing it in, really not allowing the ball to go inside, but more importantly, pressuring the passers so they can't throw the ball to the rim, play above the rim. And I emphasize half court, no fast break opportunities have been available of recent vintage.
Rush the left hand, no, but the follow is there for Jackson. Between the game clock and the shot clock. Now Collins gets into it, penetrates. Inside Jackson, great catch and finish. And that's a 3, he has 20 to start the second half. Sasha Khan wheeling, and a nice left-handed jump hook.
A lot of shirts, red shirts with hands out there bothering the ball, deflecting the ball.
6 to shoot, Chalmers lobs it. Oh, Sasha Khan bangs it down, and the foul. This man has had an excellent game. 8 points now off the bench.
One of the few times the passer is not pressured. You see the space between Richard and Chalmers, and that gives Chalmers enough vision off the back screen to find Kahn. And that's the way Kansas wants to play. You win 25 games in a row, you know how to win. And Davidson demonstrating right now, they're in it to win it.
Now Rush fires again. This time it goes down. That's a 3. Kicking. Jackson. Rush with the rebound. Now Rush again. Splits it. Tough shot. Oh! And it counts. Plus the foul.
Well, after that made jump shot a few minutes ago by Brandon Rush, he is now starting to feel more confident offensively. Not only does he hit the offensive glass, but take a look here, being assertive to the basket, takes the bump. And there's an error by Chalmers.
Curry the other way, poked out of his hands from behind. Collins, he's got Chalmers on the wing, but he finds Jackson who pounds it home.
And that's what we say, you got to get that tempo back. Kansas needs to turn Davidson over, get some easy buckets. You got to play Barr like you play Curry.
49-45, Davidson.
Barr is no vacation for the Kansas defenders. They've got to play him.
Khan with the rebound and stick back. Sasha Khan.
You know, try to get them in some foul trouble. You still got plenty of time to go. You can't take this errant jump shot.
And a steal. Chalmers drives straight to the basket and lays it in. Now Chalmers. Khan wants it inside. Steps out the screen. 20-footer, Collins.
Good decision to get it back outside. Davidson with numbers. Now it's time to run your sets.
Rush, skipping. Khan keeps it up high, and knocks it down. Down the lane. Arthur, wheeling.
Steal to the
attempt by Arthur, beating Hansbrough to the ball.
And it's Arthur over Hansbrough for the opening two. With his strength, his body, is like he's able to create some sort of separation to get a shot that looks like it could be easily blocked, but he's pushed the defender away. This time over the top, they go right over Hansbrough for the basket.
A change defensive assignment. Hansbrough goes out on Jackson. Puts Thompson down inside on Arthur.
Robinson's got a wide open three and knocks it down.
Play pretty good defense. Saw that in the first game with Collison.
Over the top again. Arthur snags it and knocks it down. They had UCLA on the ropes early too. Hansbrough. That one's high. Arthur says not a chance. Rush up ahead. Plays it in.
Second time in this ball game. Hansbrough doesn't see the weak side help coming. Kansas off to the races with excellent fast-breaking basketball. Because Kansas likes to push the ball up the court as well as they do.
Now Rush, back out high Chalmers. He can beat you so many ways. To Arthur with Stevenson trying to defend. Arthur, all net.
Second beautiful turnaround jump shot.
Collins so quick, gets by everyone.
Collins is quick, he's got that big upper body.
Spins around, pivots pass, but it's blocked.
Who gets the loose ball? Kansas.
Collins goes underneath. Aldridge on the foul.
Good drive to the inside. Nobody blocked it out. Aldridge comes down and puts it away.
Jackson commits the foul at the other end. Watch the freshman and Jackson both going in. Aldridge, you got the hand on it.
Getting no free looks from the outside at all. North Carolina. Another good quick.
Chalmers wasn't looking, but they still have it. There's another quick move by Collins.
Isn't it amazing, Jim, what quick legs will do? Kansas get all the loose balls.
Another one. That's Chalmers. Breaks it in.
And they are showing why tonight. Here comes another double team on Hansbrough.
Hansbrough puts up the shot. Ginyard comes flying in.
Loose ball.
It's Robinson in Kansas. Other side of the court, Rush. They're just flying up and down the floor. Up 15, looking for more.
Nice screen.
Rush with a three. Can you believe it? What a performance. Fell to Utah in the national semifinal, right in this spot.
Bill Self worked so hard to get to a Final Four, and it was a trouble. This has been no trouble. Trying to come back with guys off the bench. Probably not good strategy for North Carolina.
They've missed their last 8 shots. Under 8 to go in the first half. Total domination so far. Arthur, too strong, but a follow-up by Rush.
Jim, the national championship on the college level is not the best of 3 series. It's one and done, and North Carolina right now is facing that early in this ball game.
Rush, way outside 3. Of course. Of course.
This game is over.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Wow. With 7.5 to go in the first half, Kansas pummeling North Carolina.
What I see in North Carolina, guys trying to do it one-on-one with jump shots, that's not the answer.
Arthur got poked in the eyes, still on the floor, out of the break. Aldridge turnaround jumper, and it falls.
Kansas getting very confident right now.
Green, that would have been huge, would have brought him within 15. Bounce pass, perfect to Chalmers. I also remember another major switch in momentum was out in Seattle in '89 with Seton Hall and Duke.
Yep.
Complete reversal. Right before the half, the shot's up and it counts. Sharon Collins.
That was a huge basket for Kansas.
Gives him the 17-point bulge at the intermission.
Young man is so strong when he takes it inside despite his height.
Kansas.
3 minutes of the season is going to happen right now because you have to show again that you can gain control of this ball game. They were really tired at the end of the first half.
Oh, there you go. What a perfectly executed play.
And we had that Arizona comeback against Kansas.
Chalmers just handing it off to Jackson.
This is the way North Carolina should have started the ball game.
Deion Thompson with that basket. Ooh, that could have been stolen. Rush on the fly. What a night. Kansas getting good looks. Lawson drives it in and scores. Up and down the floor we go. Here's Chalmers squaring up for a three. Rush on the follow-up.
That was a perfect pass. North Carolina working much harder now defensively.
Chalmers, open alley. He will step up for Kansas and get him out of this. Will it be Jackson? Jumper, no. Tipped up, Rush. Squeezes it in. Kansas trying to regain his composure.
They are looking inside more now, Jim.
Over the top, Jackson's right there.
There it is.
On the shot clock. Kansas looking for a little comfort. Lob it. Delivers. It was Green. Now Kansas again fighting a shot clock. 6:20 to go in the game. Dish on. He delivers twice now. Once on a dunk.
Collins thinking about that lob again, maybe?
Three-pointer instead. Sharon Collins.
Well, give North Carolina a lot of credit in this particular case. They did not throw in the towel. I thought this game was over long ago in the first half.
Rush. Beautiful move.
Here's Ginyard looking around, but he's not going to trap because Rush took him down on the baseline. Here comes the trap. There's the jump shot.
Rush lobs it instead to Jackson. Pick it corner. Rush rattles out. Tipped out Kansas.
Is Collins getting every loose ball now?
For the last minute he has. Jackson. Just last week Rick Barnes was telling us in Houston he won't let his team do that in these shoot-arounds because so many balls are rolling around on the floor, so many distractions. Could be an injury, and that's what happened. Rush. Oh, yes.
And now with the ball in his hands, he's tough to stop.
That was a fascinating cutaway, wasn't it? The man who won a championship for Kansas back in '88. Here's Rush. Has two more. Kansas able to answer the huge challenge after they'd seen almost all of it given up, that big lead. Kicks it ahead to Chalmers.
That's 3 times now that Kansas intercepted or interrupted some kind of pass.
Over the top, Arthur knocks it down.
Just another game playing a little bigger venue. Nice block by Dorsey.
Tipped over to Arthur. Tipped up, and Rush was the one who tapped it in. On the Riverwalk here of San Antonio.
I think Collins ought to go ahead. There's the back screen.
Oh, perfectly done by Collins to Kahn.
Keep the ball in your hands a little longer. There he goes.
Collins past Rose. What a move.
That's a very, very good move by Kansas. Nice move.
Good head fake rush, and it pays off. Kansas.
Nice cutoff dribble by Robinson to take the defender away from him.
Darnell Jackson, can he get the third on Taggart? No, kicks it out instead. 3-point shot, yes! Chalmers. Broke a 3-minute and 40-second drought for the Tigers. That intended for Aldridge, and Rose comes down to make the steal. Chalmers right back, his second steal of the night. Lays it up with the left hand. 310 pounds of space in there for Memphis as Mack takes the shot, and it's wide of the mark.
Has not been a factor in the tournament so far.
Lob to Arthur, beautifully laid on the rim by Rush. Chalmers tried to race over in time to put a hand in his face to no avail. Takes off at the other end. Ball squirts out, puts it back up and in. Chalmers got hit in the face.
Easy 2 for Kansas.
An 11-2 run for the Tigers. 7 down to 2 in front. Collins, floater. Rush, that's Roberts, and the shot will count.
Kansas not going back inside. It was what really started them in good shape in this ball game. There it is.
Down low, and Arthur. Went to the other side.
His effort right here.
Again, the foul was before the shot. Robinson got some freedom, and he makes the basket. Kahn wanted to come out. Collins. Jackson baseliner. Gets the roll off the rim. Enough to get the space for the open shot. Over the top they go. Jackson again gets the roll off the rim. Rush has not taken a shot in this half, and he's not on the floor right now.
I'm going to give some credit to Chris Douglas-Roberts on that one, Jim. He's really been a shutdown man.
Chalmers backs off the defender and hits the jumper. Oh, and another Chalmers steal. So quick to the hands. Now 4 for the game. Rush dribbles past Dorsey and banks it home.
Dorsey had no chance.
Biggest lead of the game for either side. He wanted a foul, and he was able to squeeze the shot. 14-point swing. Chalmers had to give it up. Arthur way outside. Hits a sweet shot.
Put Taggart on the line.
Collins with the steal. He got it over to Chalmers. Back out. Big three. Hits the shot. You don't need a 3 here. They're going down low. Arthur puts up the shot. Banks it in. They must make one here to extend the game. Collins driving. Almost lost the handle. Chalmers for the tie. Got it with 2 seconds. Unbelievable. Only the 3rd 3 of the night.
And that was all net, Jim.
Oh, the steal. It's Collins. Trying to get past Rush. He's looking over to Rush. Rush waits with the body control. Collins had some clutch plays, didn't he? That steal and the 3. That was huge. Laying it on the rim, and Arthur knocking it down. Now can open up a gap at 2:45 to play in overtime.
Chalmers should have been cutting baseline.
Gives it back. Arthur swings it over Jackson, and the big guys do it again inside. For the 3. And Jackson muscles for the rebound. There's Rush left alone. Dozier defending. Shot short. Rush again. This time lays it in. Seeing the dream become a reality. Rose with the 3. No. Rebound Arthur. Kansas can taste it. They come back from 9 down in regulation. A Kansas comeback for the history books. Rock Chalk Championship. Kansas takes the title.
On the anniversary of Danny and the Miracles, huh?